What's up, guys? Here we are, day 34 on my 90-day journey, and not making the video at night, walking into the gym. It's about 10:30 in the morning here, and I was thinking about something. I was thinking that the topic I want to talk about today, which is a lot of questions, a lot of you have asked a lot of questions about, which is IF, or intermittent fasting, right? And so I figured, well, it's something I do. It's something that I practice, if you will. So I figured, why not talk about it while I'm in the middle of my fast, right? So today, I generally get up. Who we got here? Somebody. Hey, what's up, Paul? Jason Weaver, how you guys doing? So basically, so I generally get up every day at 5 a.m. And, well, just to get to the basics for maybe some of you who don't understand, intermittent fasting is basically where you're only allowing yourself to consume calories and to eat in a certain window of time, okay? You'll hear a lot of different terms, like people talk about 16-8. Well, what does that mean? That means that you're fasting for 16 hours and you're eating in an 8-hour window. Or you may hear people do like an 18-6, right? Or maybe even a 20 and a 4. Again, the first number represents how many hours that you're fasting, you're not eating, you're not consuming any calories. And then, of course, the second number would be your eating window, which has to add up to 24 hours, right? So what I personally like to do is I have my first meal of the day at around 1 p.m. and I stop eating at 7 p.m. So I'm eating in a 6-hour window, which means I'm fasting every day for 18 hours. Now, a lot of you who hear this, you may think to yourself, well, my God, man, you're not eating for 18 hours, or even if you do a 16-8, I'm not going to eat for 16 hours. That's kind of tough. I don't know if I could do that. Guys, you have to understand, first of all, it's not as hard as you think. And I want to give you a couple of tips which really help me, which I think will really help you out. First of all, you got to consider what time is your last meal of the day. I tend to eat dinner later than I think most Americans. Maybe it's an Italian thing. I generally eat dinner around 7 p.m. at night. So let's just assume that your dinner is at 6 p.m., whatever time zone you're in. You eat your dinner at 6 p.m. So what you would want to do is don't eat after that, obviously, and just extend your first meal of the day. Guys, you could start off small. Maybe just push breakfast, just push your first meal of the day till 10 a.m. Well, what that means is you're going to eat from 10 a.m. in the morning until you finish dinner at 6. That's 8 hours. So you're literally fasting for 16 hours a day. So you're doing a 16-8 fast, intermittent fasting, and all you're doing is pushing out your breakfast till 10 a.m. Once you adjust to that, if you find that a little difficult, just stick with it for a little while. Push it out to lunch. Don't eat till noon. So now you're eating between 12 and 6. It's a 6-hour eating window. Guys, now you're doing an 18-6. You're fasting for 18 hours a day. So a couple of tips that I think, certainly help me, will help you. The number one biggest thing is this right here, black coffee. So starting at 5 a.m. when I wake up, I have a couple of cups of black coffee. Right around mid-morning for me, like now, like 10:30, I have another black coffee. You could have a cafe Americano, whatever you want to drink, but just make sure there's no calories in it, right? Don't be putting creamer and sugar in there, obviously. The key to a fast, to get the most results with intermittent fasting, and I know there's different theories on this, but in my opinion, the best way to do it, and what I understand research states, is that you want to have 0 calories, okay? 0 calories during your fast, which means a lot of black coffee and a lot of fresh water. More importantly, and I think this is a little bit of a hack, a little bit of a trick, is drink sparkling water. Seltzer water, club soda. Why? Because the gas in the water tends to fill up your stomach and it makes you feel full. And it helps, whether you're drinking just a regular seltzer, guys, or a Perrier, or whatever you want to drink. But for me, that's a really big help. So once again, a lot of black coffee is tip number 1, and tip number 2 would be sparkling water. It really, really helps. Squeeze a little lemon there if you want, whatever you want to do. So you got to basically find what works for you. But the results are clear. Intermittent fasting is really powerful for a couple reasons. If you limit your eating window to, that 6 or 8 hour window, by design, giving yourself a smaller window to consume your calories, you're going to consume less calories. It makes it easier to hit your caloric requirements, and frankly, it's more enjoyable because your meals can be bigger, right? You can have a huge lunch, or if you choose, or a huge dinner, as long as you're tracking your calories and tracking your macros. So yeah, you're sacrificing during the fast, but when you eat, you get to really eat, and you're feeling full and satiated, and it's a great feeling. So that's one thing. The second thing is when you're fasting, your body goes into that fat burning mode. When you're running out of your glycogen stores, when you're running out of your stored sugar, your body taps into your stored body fat for fuel, and you get this intense sense of mental clarity and energy. So for me, right when I'm about to break my fast, even an hour or two before, between like 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., I'm on point, man. My brain's firing. I feel wonderful. I'm sharp. It's a cleaner, more efficient energy source to burn your own body fat, right? And we're not even talking about keto or anything like that. But the other thing that research has proven is that you are going to increase your levels of growth hormone naturally. Intermittent fasting helps to increase your body's production of growth hormone. And as we know, growth hormone helps with pretty much everything. It's anti-aging, it's restorative, it basically gives you energy, you burn body fat, you preserve and if not build lean muscle. Of course, I supplement with the HGH gel, which certainly helps with that. But even just doing it naturally through diet is a great thing. So what I like to always do is get a workout in during my fast, because if I'm consuming and burning calories, whether it's a weight routine or a cardio routine, I know that I'm tapping into stored body fat, right? Sure, a lot of you guys know I'll do a workout at night or go back and do cardio if I'm feeling like it, but I really love training on an empty stomach. Once again, I get a lot of I don't know, I get a lot more energy, I guess, than if my belly's full, right, is the bottom line. So that's hopefully that answers some questions about, oh, it's getting windy, hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully that answers some questions about intermittent fasting, how to do it, why to do it, and a couple of little tips on to make it easier, frankly. You know what I mean? Michael Thompson, what's up, Mike Thompson? How you doing? Sandy, Bobby Fletcher, Bobby in Florida, what's up, man? How you doing? Heather, have you done an update with the MRI results? Yes, I have. So who's that? Heather. So the thing is this. So and you guys may be interested too, with the double vision that I've been experiencing, Monday will be 3 weeks. I noticed about 3 nights ago it started getting better. It's still there, but it's definitely getting better. So like before, where I would look out straight and see double, now if I focus my eyes a little bit, I can see. So it is on the mend. It is getting better. They didn't find any tumors or anything pressing on the cranial nerve, which would cause the double vision. Although they did find what they call a lesion, or what they call like a hyper intensity of focal matter. So in the white region of my brain, there's a spot. They don't know what it is. It could be a shadow. It could be something, right? I don't know technically what it is. So for that reason, I'm looking to go to a specialist, a neurologist in Philadelphia. In fact, I got to call the guy back on Tuesday. He's one of the best in the country at the Wills Eye Institute, a division of Jefferson Hospital. So I faxed over my MRI results, and I'm going to basically be following up on Tuesday to get an appointment with him, just to get a second opinion to see exactly what this white spot in my brain is. From what the ophthalmologist told me and from what I can understand researching it, it's not a tumor, but it is something to be tracked and something to follow to make sure it doesn't grow and none of them else appear. So that's, I guess, not the greatest news. It's a little unsettling not knowing what that is, I mean, to be completely transparent. But I do have a strong faith in God, and I just believe it's not going to be anything, and I'm believing it's going to disappear. Okay, I'm believing on my next MRI it's just going to disappear. That's the level of faith I have. The Lord healed me of cancer, and I know anything's possible when your faith is strong enough, in Him. So that's an update. A lot of you have been asking, so I thought I talked about that the other night, but that just maybe gives you a little bit more in depth of exactly what's going on. So it's a good news, bad news situation. Good news, I don't have a tumor on that nerve. Bad news is there's this spot and they don't know what it is. So whatever, man. I'm just living my life and gonna keep having faith and moving forward. So that's my update for today, guys. I'm actually gonna go to the gym shortly, finish my coffee here. And yeah, enjoy your weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. Obviously we have a lot of us have 3 days off, today, tomorrow, Monday. So enjoy your families, have a wonderful time. And I'll be checking in tomorrow. All right, guys, have a great day. As always, God bless you. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.